Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Alexis, and today I'm going to start the wedding diary series, aka wedding planning, and today will be the first episode. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. So what I'll be doing is, from now on going forward, I will be sharing with you things that I am doing to do preparations for the wedding. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos on wedding planning, but a lot of it is based in US, not so much in UK. I did find a few, but not so much. So I'm hoping this will help for the UK bride-to-be. A lot of my friends are actually also getting married and getting engaged. I see it on all of my feeds. Congratulations everyone. So if you are also lazy like how I was and I was hoping that someone would just help me, feel free to just DM me, and I've actually done a lot of research as well, so hit me up. And today's first video is going to be all about what I use, how I've started, and what I've prioritized to begin with. We obviously got engaged last year in April 2021. It is now 2022. So when we got engaged, I went and got this last year. Forever Starts Today. So that's what it looks like. It's actually quite a small binder book, but you can add in things, like you can just make holes of pages and then add them in. The first page that you'll see is stickers, which I actually haven't used, but I'm pretty sure I will. And then you've got notes pages. So these are the area where you'll be writing down your ideas, themes that you'd like to go for, venues that you'd like to view, dates that you want to consider for your actual day, all of that shebang. The apps that has helped me are Hitched and Bridebook, looking for these venues, and they helped me a lot. So I've noted down 5 venues that we wanted to consider. A lot of these venues with the ticks we've already viewed. So there's 2 venues on here that we haven't actually viewed. Basically, we're deciding not to view this because we are just going to keep it simple and keep it minimal in numbers. So the more that you view things, the more it can get confusing. So it's better to just keep it to a minimum. There are themes that you have to consider. So you've got things like rustic, the modern, the minimalist, the grand one, I guess, luxury. You've got the timeless, romantic kind of theme. We've actually gone for the classic timeless sort of theme, and it's going to be minimal and very neutral. He's actually chosen the color scheme and we're going to stick with that. What I would say also is it's very, very important to get your fiance involved with the decision making, because it's not just your wedding, it's also his wedding. So obviously you need to get them involved, get them a say into things. I'm actually very thankful that he's very hands-on when it comes to decision making and helping me decide, all of that stuff. So yeah, it's super important to get them involved. What I actually do, because he's not doing the research, sorry, something's in my lips. He's not doing any research, he's not looking up on Pinterest or for themes or what table numbers to choose, etc. So what I do is I present him things, like selections basically, like A, B, C, D. Which one would you choose? And then he chooses it, and then I go with it, because the selections I have provided him are things that I like anyway. So it's just him putting more input into that. Also in this book, sorry, going back to the book, you have got the calendars, 12 months to go, things that you've got, appointments, etc. You've got plenty of calendar sheets that you can do and create. So let's just skip that part. This also has the wedding timeline checklist. My little book here that my friends got, she got this for me on my birthday last year. It's a smaller book that I can carry with me if we were going to a venue viewing. This book I carry, I just jot down things and then I reflect it onto this big one. So if I show them next to each other, you've got a smaller checklist onto here, whereas this one has way more checklists. Like it's more in detail basically. So this one I'm more confident that I will not miss out anything. It goes from 12 months to go up to 1 week to go, the day before and the day of, which is super important, because when it's the day of, there are certain things that you will tend to forget because you're so overwhelmed with emotions and a lot of things are going on. So this will just keep me in check. You've also got the budget worksheet, which I haven't really used. I haven't filled it because I have it on my phone, which is so much better. It's a lot more accurate. It's a lot more automated, because every time I buy something, I minus that from the budget, and yeah, it's just automated. I've created this worksheet, and you can most likely create your own as well. So feel free to have a look at this and see if that's something that you want to do. So this is the sheet that I was speaking about, and I've actually done 2 different tabs, Enchanted package and the Fairy Tale package, just to give me a rough idea how much each package would cost us. So I've done it in different categories. So you've got the categories, and then you've got the budget, the paid in so far, and left to pay. You've also got the payment schedules, as well as extra information that you'd like to put on there. So let's say I change something in the budget. Let's say I put honeymoon £1,000. It will just automatically add on the end cost of that budget. And if I were to, let's say, put a down payment for the venue, let's say 1,500, it will then be deducted, and it'll give me a good idea on what's left to pay. I think it's just a lot more straightforward to do it on an Excel sheet than an actual paper, so it's all up to date and you don't have to worry about calculating it manually. So if you were to buy something outside of your house, you know, and you don't have this book with you, you have your phone wherever you go, so you can immediately update your budget worksheet. So that's that. Don't really use this part. And then you've got the suppliers sheets, which I haven't got anything so far. I haven't booked any suppliers yet because we are just waiting to secure the venue, and then I'll be working on to the suppliers next. It even has your wedding party contact list. You've got your bridesmaids dresses, your groom's brides obviously outfits. You've got your appointment sheets for your dress, your accessories, hair and makeup. You've got wedding stationery order worksheets. So a lot of this we don't even need. So we're not going to be doing save the date cards because I am doing mine digitally. I used Canva. I'll show you an example of one I've just created. It's not the final thing, so I feel free to just show you what it could look like. It has thank you cards, it's got invitations. So a lot of this is actually not something that I will personally need. You've also got a photograph list. So this is a checklist for the photographer. You would want to tick what's really important to you, and you'd want to give this to your photographer, or like when you have a meeting with your photographer, you tell them exactly what is super important to you and what they can't miss. And then you've got the music. So from where you walk in, or at your reception, at your ceremony, all of that, you can write down your song playlist. And that's it. You've got rentable worksheets, which we're not really going to rent or hire anything. We're kind of looking for a venue that has everything already that we want, from the chairs, from the tables, the setup. We want everything to be in there, so there's no like extra cost for anything and no more extra headache. So don't think we'll be using the rentable worksheet. So yeah, it's a very good book. I got mine from TK Maxx, so I'm not really sure if this is still valid or is still around. So what I can do is I can search similar ones and I can post it on the description below. I also got a book that is just basically notes. So things that you want to take notes of, ideas, everything, you can put it on here. Oh, and I'm going to show you the apps that I use. It's super handy. I think you can't actually plan any of this without these apps, and a lot of the venues that we have considered is from these apps. I've actually downloaded Bridebook to begin with. However, when I downloaded Hitched, I found it a lot more helpful than Bridebook. So that's what I'm actually currently using the most at the moment. So on here you can find your suppliers, you can look at venues, your caterings, your DJs, pretty much everything. You've also got a checklist. So the same as what the book provides, you've also got a digital checklist which you can follow. You can also input your guest list on here, and you can also do your budget list on this app as well. So you can just browse venues, they have photos, there's thousands of venues across UK, and you can also send messages to the venue. So this is how I've asked for brochures. They actually do online brochures, which is what I looked at to begin with before I've even booked to view it personally. Aside from the venue search, you can find anything on here. You can find your photographers, your videographers, your hair and beauty artists. You can find your dresses, you can find your rings, DJ, the list goes on. So yeah, this is just a great ass app to have when you're doing your wedding planning. And I think that's it for the video. I just kind of wanted to do an introduction and what I'm currently doing. I hope that was helpful and that kind of gives you a rough idea on what you should be doing as well if you were going to be planning yourselves. And that's it. I shall see you on my next one. Bye.